Hey guys, how you doing? Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great Christmas, great New Year, just great holiday, like festivities with the family and whatnot. Um, Hope you guys got good presents too. So today's update is about kind of new project, but like none of this stuff I really got for Christmas. You can see in the background in the left the Bavarian plastic box set from Perry's. I got that for myself like right before Christmas, so I guess it's like that, and then a couple books that I got for Christmas that I'm about to show you guys now. But then the other stuff I've just had forever and I've just been sitting on it. So the first thing I'll show you guys is this is Bavarian. All right, hold on, I'm sorry, let me make the lighting situation better actually. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this first miniature, or this first thing I'm gonna show you, is Bavarian miniatures. This was a Kickstarter a long time ago, maybe not a long time, maybe like a year or so ago, that I funded. So Bavarian Miniatures is a new company made by Stephen Hubert. I think he's a historian, researcher. He's a fantastic painter. The way I found out about him is he does a lot of the painting for piano war games. And him and Lucas must be friends or something, because Lucas sculpted these miniatures for him. And like I don't know if I said this before on the channel, but I don't think I say this very often. These are, I think, some of the best miniatures I've ever painted. No exaggeration. These are, I mean, Lucas is just a fantastic sculptor, but these, for some reason, I think are just better than the piano war games. I think they're cleaner castings. There wasn't a lot of cleanup on these at all. I think size-wise, they're a little bit smaller, so they fit in with Perry's better, and most of my stuff is Perry's. But they're just fantastic. They're just fantastic sculpts, fantastic castings. I mean, fantastic sculpts. Yeah, I really enjoyed painting this guy up. So I just did a little test figure. Yeah, I just had a lot of fun. I just really enjoyed painting this guy. I like the Bavarian uniform a lot. So let me say, actually, my goal with these is, I'm thinking more so 1866, Austro-Prussian compared to Franco-Prussian, but these are the Franco-Prussian uniforms. There's very small differences, like the bedroll, they didn't have the bedroll across it. Also, just caveat, I don't know too much about this period, so I'm not gonna act like I have a lot of knowledge on it. It's very surface level. I'm trying to learn more. I got a couple books to try to help with that, but just up front, I don't know. Like, if I get something wrong, my apologies. I'll try not to speak about anything that I don't know, for sure. But yeah, so I know the bedrolls, they didn't wear those like that, and also Prussian, I know they didn't wear the helmets, I know they were the caps, but that's one reason I got this Perry box set. Even though still some of the things on the uniform still aren't gonna be right, but yeah, you can do the caps with the Bavarian, or the Perry Bavarian box set. So yeah, I'm aiming more so for Austro-Prussian, but they can be used for Franco-Prussian, I think pretty easily. Well, pretty easily. I'm stupid. They're Franco-Prussian sculpts, so I should say they can be used for Austro-Prussian pretty easily, which is my intention. and I'll go a little bit more into that a little bit later. Also, this is probably gonna be a long video, just a heads up. So then the other thing that I did is I painted a couple Perry Bavarians. I like these a lot, but for some reason I don't like the way the flesh and the skin tones came out. I don't think they look the best, really. I think it looks alright, but also, if anybody knows, I don't know what color this little sword knot is supposed to be on the bayonet scabbard. Slash sword scabbard. I've seen it like a silver, but it's very, I'm having a hard time finding information about these guys, I'm not gonna lie. So if anybody knows what color that's supposed to be, let me know. Also, I know I messed up on the canteen on these first ones I did. I know that this bottom part, the canteen's silver, but then let me see if I can get something to point. I know the bottom part's silver, but then the top part is supposed to be brown. So yeah, I know that's wrong. But yeah, I mean, I really like these sculpts too. I really like these Perry Bavarians. I think this is one of their best box sets for some reason. I don't know why. I like this box set and I like the European Mercenaries. Those are probably, in my opinion, the two best box sets I've gotten from Perry. Here's another guy crouching, reloading. I think I'm doing this as the 13th Regiment. I don't know if they saw a lot of action or anything. I just liked the green facing colors. So again, this sword knot. Again, also some of these guys don't have a sword or I think it's a sword knot. Some of these guys don't even have the sword knot. So I don't really know what's up with that. And then I'm also confused because this is a skirmisher body. So at first I was like, oh, maybe it's just the skirmishers had them in their green. But then this guy, I took this body from just the normal, maybe they're fusiliers for the Bavarians. They're not musketeers. I think just the regular fusilier body. And he has it, so I don't really know. And then this guy, who also came from the, I think the Jager or Schutzen, he didn't have it. So yeah, if anybody can clarify that for me, that'll be awesome. Also, I know that I painted this helmet wrong, but that's because I know it's supposed to have a gold band around the front, but I didn't realize until after that these are which stupidly, I don't know why I didn't think of this, but the Perrys do the M68 helmets, where the Bavaria miniatures I have are the M48 helmets, and I intentionally did that, like, hypothetically, I guess. For me, it made more sense of using them for Austro-Prussian, to use the older helmets. But yeah, there's that guy. And then there's a casualty. Again, I don't really like how I don't know why. I don't know why I don't like how the skin tones came out so much on these, but I really don't. I think I have an idea that I'm gonna tweak some stuff and try some different things, but yeah. So that's that. Those are the guys I've finished painting up. I have 9 more Bavarian miniatures in the process of being painted up. These are really just such enjoyable sculpts to paint. They're so clean, such nice casting, such nice sculpts. I can't talk highly enough about these. They're like Calpe quality for me. And Calpe is my #1 as far as miniatures go. So yeah, I have 9 more Bavarian miniatures being painted up. I assembled 2 more skirmishers, and then the first 5 fusiliers for the 2nd battalion. I'm just noticing my camera's like shaking continuously. I'm gonna have to get a different tripod because I can't imagine that's very enjoyable to look at. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, it doesn't look like it's shaking. Like my phone, well, now it is because I'm touching it, but I imagine a lot of you guys just listen anyway while you're painting or something, but I'm sorry if that makes anybody like sick, or if it's just, yeah, unenjoyable to look at. My apologies. I don't know why it's doing that. But I'll move on to the next thing. So, well, first of all, just to get out of the way, these Bavarian miniatures, like I said, I think I funded the Kickstarter a while ago, and I got 1 infantry battalion, I think cuirassiers, an artillery battery, and some command figures. So maybe you guys will see that. Yeah. Then this is one of the books I got, my girlfriend got me. I just started reading. It's pretty good so far. I think it's the translation. I don't know, there's some errors in it, grammatical errors and stuff that I've noticed, but it's pretty good. Good illustrations, good maps. Then my sister got me this for my birthday. And then I ordered these 2 just off Amazon the other day. Yep. And then the main item of this video, I guess, is a long time ago. This is probably 2 years ago or so. Northstar had a huge sale. They had a huge sale for their Austro-Prussian War figures, and it was like, I think I just looked the other day, and it was like £6 or £7 a pack for 4 figures. But when the sale was going on, it was like $2.95. So I got like probably like $300 or $400 worth of stuff. I don't have a packing sheet on this. I tried to do this video the other day, but it didn't really come out well, so I'm redoing it right now. So, but up until that point, I hadn't looked at these since I hadn't even opened it since I bought them 2 years ago, so I didn't really remember what I got. But I'll just go through and show you guys a couple packs. They're pretty nice. I've never had Northstar figures before, so I didn't really know what to expect. I didn't know what the quality would be or anything, but pretty much I got a bunch of Austrians and a bunch of Prussians. Didn't have a sale on their Bavarians at the time, or I probably would have got some of those too. I'll just show you guys a couple packs. This is Prussian line infantry mounted officers in caps, I think Feldmutes they're called, I don't know. They look pretty clean. They look like pretty nice sculpts. I thought they were gonna be bigger. I thought they'd be bigger than Perry's, but they're smaller. I don't mind. Honestly, I think I prefer that than being bigger, but it doesn't look like a whole lot of cleanup. They look pretty, like I said, pretty clean. Pretty good sculpts. Nothing like groundbreaking, but you know, they're pretty good. They should be fun to paint up. But yeah, so I guess what I was kind of saying earlier is I'm gonna be painting up these Prussians to go against the Bavarians, but also I don't think the Prussian uniform changed very much for a while. Like, what all the German unification wars, I don't like the Prussian uniform. I don't really think changed. So the Second Schleswig War, Austro-Prussian War, Franco-Prussian War, I think it was all the same uniform, which is kind of nice. So you can paint up one Prussian force and have a bunch of enemies, a bunch of different countries to go against them. This is the Ulan casualties. I got one Ulan regiment, well, pretty much because of these casualty figures. They looked super cool. This guy's shot in the arm. Honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like some of the Perry Franco-Prussian War sculpts. So I'm kind of glad Bavarian Miniatures plans to do. I mean, he has long-term plans for Franco-Prussian and also Prussian, he said. But I imagine it's going to take a very long time. But I know he's doing Prussians. Like soon, he's been showing. This is the falling horse this guy goes on. This is pretty cool, that guy. But he's been showing off some sculpts of Prussians and some French gendarmes. I don't know how to say it, but those look pretty nice. Those are sculpted by Lucas. The Prussians aren't. I don't know who the Prussians are sculpted by. This is Prussian Line Infantry Command Pickelhaube. I will say one complaint I have with the Northstar Prussians is the skirmisher packs all just look like they're running. Like, they're not a lot of standing firing. It's like they're all running and loading or running and firing. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me, because they do just straight up running packs, so I don't know why. It's just like the same thing. It's a weird backpack. Here are Prussian skirmishers and Feldmutes. This guy's just, I don't know, it's just strange to me. Like, he looks like he's walking forward while shooting. It's like, why don't you just have him shooting? Why does he need to be, like, this guy's running? Like, I get it says they're skirmishers and not firing line, but, oh, that sucks. This guy's bayonet broke off, and he's cool too. He's got bare head, bandaged head, whatever. That's too bad. Oh, sorry. This is Austrian officers leading from the front. I don't know if that is focusing super well. That's a casualty. That's a cool guy. I don't know if that's supposed to be an NCO, but he looks like he got shot falling forward. Maybe show a couple more. I mean, there's so many. I probably have maybe 3, 4 Prussian battalions, maybe 3 Austrian battalions, between Hungarian and regular German. I'll show these 2 Prussian tags. They're pretty nice though, I'm not gonna lie, they're pretty nice figures. Like I said, a little dated, but I think one of my biggest pet peeves, and I could go on a rant about this. One of my biggest pet peeves is bad castings. And I don't really understand why Perry are pretty much the pinnacle, the top of the mountain, as far as sculpts and variety of ranges and everything. I mean, Perry's are probably my favorite manufacturer, but they have the worst castings, and it makes no sense to me, because you know they're making a bunch of money. Why is there always so much flash? I mean, I guess they're cheaper, so maybe that's why. Maybe their prices would increase if they had better castings, but honestly, it'd probably be worth it. I'd probably rather pay a little bit more and have them cleaner. Anyway, this is what pack is this? Prussian Line Infantry charging Picklehall, I think. I don't know what I just did with the box. Oh, sorry. Oh no, this is another Feldmans pack. I really like the Feldmans. I like the fatigue cap look for some reason. Maybe that's why I like maybe that's why I want to do the Bavarians, especially the Perry box, because they have those caps instead of the helmets. These are pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. Makes me, like, I'm kind of excited to paint these up. But I know pretty much next to nothing about the Prussian uniform organization during this time period. So I'll have to try to take my time and learn before jumping in to doing them. I just ordered some flags from GMB for the Bavarians, so hopefully those come in soon. I'll show this last pack. This is I think Prussian infantry and Picklehall skirmishing. This guy's helmet, a lot of broken figures. Maybe that's why they're on sale. But like this guy's helmet, the top of it broke, and I like that sculpt, so that's too bad. Maybe I'll try to green stuff it or something, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, it's like the only flash you can really see is like the end of the bayonet, which is nice because one of my biggest pet peeves is, not pet peeve, but I just hate cleaning miniatures up. I just feel like it takes so long. So I don't really like buying plastics, even though they're so much cheaper. I'd rather just go with metal because I feel like it takes forever to assemble them, and yeah, whatever. I don't want to just be negative, but I don't even know if this is really focusing that great for you guys. It's funny, it looks like the paint in the background's like perfectly crisp, and then this guy's all blurry. I don't know what sense that makes, but that's iPhone camera for you, I guess. But alright, I'll cut it there. This video's already 24 minutes, that's ridiculous. If you made it to the end, then I don't know. Thanks, I guess. But yeah, I mean, thanks for watching. Like I said, if you did make it to the end, thank you. Probably do video once I finish these Bavarians. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.